Hello, kings and queens. It's your old pal, Mr. Alcaro here. And my, oh my, have you missed seeing this face. But I assure you, the feeling is mutual. And you've probably noticed that I've lost a couple pounds. That's not what we're here to talk about. Today, we're here to talk about inflectional endings. Can you say those words with me? Inflectional endings. Understanding how to use inflectional endings can help you with your spelling and your writing. But your first question is probably, well, what is an inflectional ending? An inflectional ending is a group of letters added to the end of a word that changes the word's meaning. Say, for example, I wanted to add ed to the end of the word walk. Walk plus ed equals walked. Great. So now we understand that an inflectional ending is a group of letters added to the end of a word that changes that word's meaning. But with certain words, it's not always that easy. So, today we are going to learn about the rules of inflectional endings for words with the consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, long vowel words that end in E, and words that end in Y. Then we'll work through some examples together, and lastly, you'll have an opportunity to practice independently. Let's get this show on the road! When adding ed to words with short vowel sounds that have the pattern consonant-vowel-consonant, double the final consonant. When adding ing to words with short vowel sounds that have the pattern consonant-vowel-consonant, double the final consonant. Look at the bottom of your screen. On the left you see the word trap. To add s to the word trap and make the word traps, all you do is add the s. You spell traps T-R-A-P-S. To add ed to the word trap, to make the word trapped, you double the final consonant and add ed. So you spell trapped T-R-A-P-P-E-D. To add ing to the word trap, to make the word trapping, you double the final consonant and add ing. So trapping is spelled T-R-A-P-P-I-N-G. When adding ed to words with long vowel sounds that end in the letter E, remove the E and add ed. When adding ing to words with long vowel sounds that end in E, remove the E and add ing. Look at the bottom of your screen. That's the word swipe. To add an S to the word swipe, to make swipes, all you do is add the S. So swipes is spelled S-W-I-P-E-S. To add ed to the word swipe, to make the word swiped, we remove the E from swipe and add ed. So swiped is spelled S-W-I-P-E-D. To add ing to the word swipe, to make swiping, we remove the E at the end of the word swipe and add ing. So swiping is spelled S-W-I-P-I-N-G. When adding an S to a word that ends in the letter Y, change the Y to an I and add ES. When adding ed to a word that ends in the letter Y, change the Y to an I and add ed. Look at the bottom of your screen. That's the word envy. To add an S to the word envy to make envies, we change the Y to an I and add ES. So envies is spelled E-N-V-I-E-S. I-E-S. To add ed to the word envy, in order to make the word envied, we change the y at the end of envy to an I and add ed. So envied is spelled E-N-V-I-E-D. To add ing to the word envy, to make envying, all we do is add ing. So envying is spelled E-N-V-Y-I-N-G. Now let's do a few examples together. First word is the word clap. And the first thing I'm going to want to do is analyze the word, meaning look closely at the word and decide, does this word fall into one of the three categories of inflectional endings that we just learned about? Is it a word that ends in the CVC pattern? Is it a long vowel word that ends in the letter E? Or is it a word that ends in the letter Y? Who said it was a short vowel word that ends in the CVC pattern? You, my friend, are 100% correct. So how do we add an S to clap to make claps? Yup, it's just C-L-A-P-S. Wow, can't get anything past you. How about trying to add ED? Yup, you got that right too. We double the final consonant and add ED, so we spell clapped, C-L-A-P-P-E-D. How about adding ing to make the word clapping? Right again, you double the final consonant and add ing, so clapping is spelled C-L-A-P-P-I-N-G. Okay, let's take a look at our next word, which is the word bake. Does bake end in a consonant-vowel-consonant pattern? Is it a word with a long vowel sound that ends in the letter E? Or is it a word that ends in the letter Y? Right. It's a word with a long vowel sound that ends in the letter E. The A in the word bake says its name, and we can clearly see that it ends in the letter E. So how do we make it bakes? Correct. To add an S to bake and make the word bakes, all you do is add the S. So bakes is spelled B-A-K-E-S. What if we wanted to add an ED and make the word baked? Right. We get rid of the E at the end of the word bake and add ED. So we spell baked, B-A-K-E-D. Now let's see if you can add ing to the end of the word bake and spell baking. Fantastic. Yeah, to spell baking, we lose the E at the end of the word bake and add ing. So we spell baking, B-A-K-I-N-G. Alright, now let's look at our last example before you start your independent practice. It's the word cry. Is cry a word that ends in a CVC pattern? Is it a long vowel word that ends in the letter E? Or is it a word that ends in the letter Y? You're absolutely right. Cry is a word that ends in the letter Y. But what if I want to add an S and turn cry into cries? How would I spell that? Wow, someone has obviously been paying attention, because you are so right. In order to change cry into cries, I change the Y to an I and add ES. So cries is spelled C-R-I-E-S. What if I wanted to add the inflectional ending ED to the word cry and make cried? How would I spell that? Someone give this scholar a round of applause. You're right. To change cry into cried, you turn the Y into an I and add ED. So cried is spelled C-R-I-E-D. Okay, but question. How would we add an ing to cry to spell the word crying? Great, you figured that one out too. All you do is add the ing. So crying is spelled C-R-Y-I-N-G. Alrighty, now it's time for you to start your independent practice. Pause the video and write inflectional endings for the words you see in the left column.